Hi everyone, Felix here. As you've probably noticed at this point, my 69th video was Words Whose Meanings Changed Part 4. I had to post it twice because it kept getting age restricted, even though it's just an educational video. Since both attempts have resulted in the video being age restricted, I figured I'd give it one more shot for my 70th video. Besides, 70 is still a funny number if you're a fan of George Carlin.
Yeah, I'm now 70 years old and I like 70. Not as much as I like 69. Now I figure I'm 69 with one finger up my...
And before starting the video again, here are a couple quick corrections. First of all, when we get to the synonym for rooster, you can just disregard the gun cocking analogy. Just focus on the second definition on the slide when it comes up. Also, when it comes to the synonym for the word female cat, the word pusa is actually an Old Norse word and not an Old English word. With all that out of the way, let's get started with the video. Hello and welcome to It's Free IP. I'm your host Felix Chaplin, and this is my 69th video on this channel. And what better way is there to celebrate this milestone than to finally get around to making Words Whose Meanings Changed Part 4. And if you've looked at the thumbnail, you'll know that the words that we'll be talking about today are and the episode you've all been waiting for. Like, we all know means donkey, and a is a female dog, and a is a rooster, and a is a female cat. But how did these words become vulgarities? We'll go in alphabetical order and start with the word generally has two vulgar meanings. One can be referring to a stupid person, saying, oh, that person is such an and I think there's a pretty solid case that that form of the word is related to donkeys. But when it comes to referring to a person's posterior end, we actually know where that came from. There was a sound shift in certain parts of America in which R sounds were dropped from certain words. Some examples of these words include curse becoming cuss and burst becoming bust. And when you keep in mind that the British say arse, take the R out of it and what do you get? The next word on this list is, in addition to being a pejorative term that you would call someone, is also a verb that means to complain. And by extension, a can also mean a person who complains a lot. Now, of course, that's in modern English, but calling people actually goes back thousands of years and was actually an insult all the way back in ancient Greece. So that does open up the possibility that this insult comes from calling someone a female dog. Now, the next word. When you load a shotgun and you're about to fire it, what do? You cock it. And some linguists believe that the word became associated with penis because of this cocking action. But once again, there are languages that use their words for various birds as euphemisms for penis. Who's to say that English wasn't influenced in the same way? And now the final word on the list. Some linguists believe that it comes from the Old English word pusse, which means a bag. But once again, we run into that same pattern. The word for female cat is also used in other languages as a slang term for vagina. One interesting folk etymology that I read about how came to mean vagina in English is because a cat is a small little hairy animal, and I think you can probably piece the rest together from there.
Seldom plays and never purrs, and I love the thoughts it stirs, but I don't mind because it's hers, my girl.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for today's video. Do you know any other words whose meanings change that I should talk about in the future? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, go to the Ko-fi link in the description to donate if you feel so inclined, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss what comes next from It's Free IP.